fiercely competitive. And since she used to move around a lot when she was younger, she doesn't have any significant friendships from her childhood either. So this group of friends from college, that's pretty much all that she has. And as far as I was concerned, I don't think that anybody apart from me and my wife picked up on the fact that her ex had been acting weirdly the entire evening. I knew that if I told her I did not want her seeing him again, she would have to stop meeting her friends, and that would end up isolating her completely. Obviously, I couldn't expect all her friends to accommodate my feelings and stop hanging out with somebody they'd been friends with for so many years just because I felt a bit uneasy about his behavior, especially when they probably didn't even know what was going on. So that's why I didn't make a big deal out of it. And since I trusted my wife completely, I knew that he could act as insecure as he wanted to. It was not going to make a difference to her because even that evening, when I was there for the first time ever, she just kept ignoring him and made sure that I felt prioritized. She continued meeting her friends, and I knew that her ex was there, but I didn't go after that because I didn't like him much. And then at our wedding, he was invited because I knew that if we were inviting her entire friend circle, it would be weird if we excluded him, especially since they were on good terms. Besides, I really didn't want him to think that I was insecure about him, so we invited him. And he attended and, surprisingly, he behaved differently that day. He was nice to me and mostly just kept to himself, so that was good. That was pretty much the last interaction that I had with him, and I thought things were cool. But then this incident took place. Now, obviously, you guys probably know where I'm heading with this. The thing is, all her friends knew that she was going on her honeymoon on this particular day, and I just thought that it was a pretty big coincidence for him to have hurt himself on that particular day. And I found it even more strange that they have so many common friends, yet he chose to call her even though he's not even the closest to her anymore, neither emotionally nor geographically. I know that one of their friends literally lives a couple of blocks away from him, so he could have just as easily called her instead. But he chose to call my wife, specifically. And even though her office is pretty far away from his home, she went instead of calling her friends and telling them to be there for him. Now this combined with the fact that she had already been acting very annoying for the past couple of months just because she wanted a promotion at work, it just got to me. We had already been fighting a lot because of her workaholic tendencies, and she knew that I really didn't like her ex, so that was just the cherry on top for me. But what I was mostly upset about was that she didn't even call me to explain the situation to me. She just texted me and left it at that as if I would just have to understand and deal with it. Yes, I did take a flight to my brother's place out of anger because I just didn't want to be alone at the time. I don't think I did anything wrong, especially when she had already decided that she was not going to make it to the honeymoon. And then there's also the fact that if she really wanted to make it up to me and genuinely apologize, she should have just taken a flight to where I am and done it in person. She definitely knows where I am. I've been posting stories with my brother, so it's not like she's in the dark about that. If she wanted to show me how sorry she was, she could have come over and apologized to me, and I probably would have forgiven her because she knows that I'm a sucker for big romantic gestures. And the thing that I did by sending her a bunch of photos of me having fun at the bar, getting drunk and dancing, the intent of that was to make her upset. I didn't think she was going to drag our families into